Hey, shalom, shalom, yashala, peace, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. I am the brother Chacham Mariah coming at you with another sit down. All right, Lord willing, this lesson will be quick, edifying, straight to the point, and that you brothers and sisters are edified and built up by it. All right. The title of this lesson will be "Turn Back to What." All right, because we understand that, and I keep reiterating this throughout my lessons, but nonetheless, just hopefully it drives home the point. We're getting ready to enter into that time, that great time of testing and tribulation, which we're pretty much in the beginning stages of it. Things are only going to get worse, man. And if you're not paying attention, these things are going to overtake you as a thief. These things are going to catch you off guard, catch you slipping. All right, and then it's going to completely overthrow your faith if you believed any at all. All right, but for those of us who do believe and are still fighting this good fight of faith, all right, this is the time that we must take root and be anchored in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, be anchored in the promises that He's given us, because we're getting ready to physically lose this world. As I was saying in my last lesson, we've gone through the process and are still going through that process of spiritually departing from this place. But now that physical loss, those physical, the physical deportation is getting ready to, deportation, I should say, is getting ready to take place. And we're still going to have to be here. We're still going to have to go through that. All right, we're going to have to feel the effects of this place falling. The Lord wants us to learn a very important lesson. That's what happens to wickedness. However, in that, there's grace and mercy, and provision is already slated for the elect. All right, where those might become homeless, not being able to eat because you're not going to tap into Esau's system and take that chip. All right, you're going to have to believe that what the Lord said He was going to do for those who are down for Him, for those who keep the faith to the very end. All right, you're going to have to believe that His servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. All right, and there's going to be provisions for the elect, man. You're just going to have to believe in what the Lord said. Just as He said, we're going to suffer, we're going to go through hell, and we're going through that. All right, you're going to have to believe in those promises and that much more to be able to withstand and endure what's getting ready to come down. All right, because we understand that Yahweh Shai is coming, and He's coming with healing in His wings, and He's coming to bring the finishing touches on the destruction of this place. All right, and I want to get into the importance of maintaining, enduring, and overcoming that aspect of this place falling. Real quick, I just want to get into Revelation 3, starting at verse 10. I'm going to go down to 12. It says, this is Yahweh Shah speaking, because, it's in red. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's very important that you maintain the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Stay in the way. All right, keep your hand on the plow. Don't look back. All right, there's a very dangerous, costly reward to looking back. And when I say that word reward, there's nothing positive. As the Lord is a balanced power, a false balance is an abomination in His sight. You have a wicked reward, you have righteous rewards. And not maintaining the way, not enduring, not overcoming, there's going to be a wicked reward that comes with that, man, because it's showing your mindset, it's showing that weak mindset. As the elder brother Azamawaf was going into this morning in his lesson, the Lord hates that weak, that weak nature. That's in the scripture. The scripture tells us to put off the weak nature. All right, put off the things that makes you doubt. All right, because we're tapping. We have to constantly tap into this power that we've been given, man. All right, as the brother was saying, you got the those with riches in this world that would pay to have what we have now. You got to really put that into perspective, and a lot of us we struggle with that. All right, speaking to myself first and foremost, really put your mind frame in in wanting to understand the truth of this Bible, man. Actually willing to pay for it, but you realize it's not for you. It was never for you, and your kingdom is coming down. All right, that's the mindset of these wicked elites, man. They would do anything to really have that true knowledge and understanding and closeness with the Lord, but they can't. They've been rejected, just as going all the way back to Cain, man. Their sacrifice is rejected because ultimately they want to do what they want to do. All right, they want the Most High to be on their time. All right, but we've been given that spirit, man, the spirit of Yahweh Shah. We come in humility. We come in lowliness and meekness. All right, so understand that that we've been given a very precious gift, and it's our job to keep it. As the scripture says, let no man take thy crown. All right, as we're getting ready to get it. So I'm gonna read it again. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right. And you have to understand the context of this, man. If we're being commanded to hold thou fast, man, we're going to go through something, man. What are we holding on to if this is going to be a easy ride? We're just going to walk into the kingdom. No, man, we're going to have to undergo persecution. We're going to have to endure. As the scripture says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And the end is either you giving up your life as a literal sacrifice, or until you're on those chariots. That's the end goal. Salvation is the end goal. And whether you have to die on this side or you beamed up, there's no real way for you to lose. So you're going to have to hold fast your integrity, your faith, and belief in these promises that the Lord has given us, man. Because that's the only way you're going to get through it. Ultimately, it's the Lord keeping the spirit on you if you're of the elect, but only the elect are going to be concerned with the truth of the matter. All right. Verse 12. All right, here's one of the promises that we've been given. All right, but it's a condition towards us. You have to overcome. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power. And that's going into that authority, because we have the true names already, as opposed to IUIC, who says we don't have the names. We'll get the names in the kingdom. All right, but the scripture says the elect shall praise thy holy name. All right, these are the names that we're going to call on in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of calamity. All right, we're going to call on those of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to step in and deliver us. All right, but the only way he's going to do that is if you have that right relationship, if you've been obedient up until this time, keeping your faith. All right, so when it says here, I will write upon him the name of my power, that's going into authority, the root, the rank, and the role that you will have in the kingdom, man. Nobody's ever going to be able to take that away from you, because it's coming from on high. All right, it's coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahshua themselves. It says, and the name of the city which is of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. And it's going into what Ezra saw, man. Going into, I believe, the second Ezra 13 chapter, seeing that new city coming down. All right. That's it I had on that. But nonetheless, man, these are some of the things that we're gonna have to tap into. We're gonna have to remember these scriptures. We're gonna have to hold fast to what we have. I remember our faith, keep our faith, endure to the end. Like keeping your mind on what's important. All right, and that's making it through these troublesome times and staying faithful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so that we can receive everything that we've been promised. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not a man that he shall lie. He promised that we would be delivered out of here. He promised that we would receive new bodies, be restored into our kingdom in an even greater fashion. He promised that he was going to raise up the tabernacle of David. He put his word above his name, so it's going to come to pass. But understand that it's also going to come with tribulation. It's also going to come with a fight. That's the word I'm looking for. It's going to come with a fight. Like, you're going to have to fight all the way into the end, just as our forefather wrestled the angel for that blessing. All right, and he wouldn't let the angel go until he was blessed. All right, that's the stock that we come from. Reiterating the words that Osman Walk said in his video. All right, our forefather Jacob, we come from the stock that wrestled the angel, man. That's not a light thing. All right, but we have to be put in situations to where divine strength and all of that can be drawn out of us. You have to be able to tap in. All right. So from here we're gonna go to Revelation 12. All right, and we're going to read as the reason as to why we're going to have to hold fast to what we have. We're going to have to endure these troublesome times, because the accuser of our brother is being cast down. All right, and he's gonna come down with some great unimaginable wrath. And ultimately it's coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahshua on the left hand side, but nonetheless, he's gonna come down with that wrath to consume 2/3 Jacob and these wicked heathen, but to also persecute the woman. All that's gonna do is reveal and prove who the Lord has truly been dealing with in this time. All right. It says, Revelation 12, verse 10, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, and that's taking place right now. You seeing that with the whole Easting thing, man. These devils are getting revealed, and ultimately it's been happening throughout the course of the truth coming out. But in these latter days, it's being blasted, man. It's being put out on the forefront, man. Like who these devils truly really are, man. They mess with young girls, they mess with young boys, but even babies, man. Even little children, torturing these little children, trying to draw that chemical out of them so these damn devils can stay young, man. Right? And a movie that I remember when I was little, they kind of they watered it the hell down with that movie Monsters Inc., man. Like they made it seem like they was going in, at first they were showing that they were scaring the kids, trying to collect a certain. I got to go back and watch it because I can vaguely remember it. But they were collecting this red substance. They would fill up these bottles or whatever. It's crazy, but it's just like these devils. They've been putting out what they do. It's just you don't catch on to it because you're underneath the spell of Hollywood. You're underneath the spell of entertainment. You just look at it as entertainment. But no, this is what these devils do for real, man. This is the damn devil. But it's coming out and it's being revealed that he's evil, man. And the only thing left for him to do is just to show his horns. That's what he's about to do. All right. Verse 11, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. You got to be tapped into the Spirit always. All right, but the only way you're going to be able to overcome this damn devil in these times is putting your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua and trusting in those promises that he was going to raise their standard, man. That he's going to come in and defend his elect. All right, you're going to have to believe in that, but you're going to be put in a situation where your belief is going to be have to put to the test so the Lord can prove that. All right, that's what proving means. All right, the Lord's going to have to prove his elect, as the scripture says, then shall it be known who are my chosen. All right, whether it be you giving him glory and honor by making your life a sacrifice, because understand, hey, the Lord is out there, man. The Lord is far out. So if you take a death, man, you gotta have that faith that, hey, you could be risen up right then and there. Or when the time of Yahweh's return, you come back and the enemies that put you to death, you go and visit those, and they are just flabbergasted, like, hey, I saw you die, I saw your head roll, I put you to death, but here you are, right there in front of them, alive and well, all right, and with power. All right, now it's your time to enact your will on them. All right, these are the things that's going to be having to go on in your mind as as this tribulation comes down the pipe, as these troubles come down the pipe, this affliction. All right. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Because what are we really, what do you really have to gain and win here, man? Everything is rooted in wickedness. Like going back to the title of the lesson, turn back to what? All right, you're not supposed to love your life here, man. All right, this life is full of affliction. It's full of worries, man. You can't be on top here. The Israelite man especially can't win here, man. Starting with you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. This place is not set up for us to excel here, man. And if we do in any form, you first and foremost, you have to be wicked. You have to be a wicked devil to excel in this place. Secondly, you have to you gotta cheat, scam, all of that. It just plays into you being wicked, man. All right, you're gonna have to sell your soul. You're gonna have to be willing to get down with these damn devils, bro. So you're not supposed to love your life here, man. This is not it, bro. This is not it. What do you really truly ask yourself that question, man? And when things start popping off, keep that question in your mind. What are you turning back to? The Lord has made it easy, in a sense, for us to stay the course, man, to continue on this straight gate. Like, because looking back is not going to serve you in a purpose. Really, truly look back on your life, man. If you had a so-called decent life here, and after being exposed to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're supposed to look back on your life and really see the wickedness that was in it, man. And see how you don't really fit in and belong here. All right, that's a part of examining yourself, man. Examining your situation, examining your mindset. Are you looking for a reason to turn back? Are you looking for a reason to get out the fire? Knowing that ultimate destruction and fire is coming anyway. So you might as well just catch it for righteousness sake, man, for righteousness sake. And hope for the wide. And not go out here and suffer as an evildoer with no hope at all. No escape. You just suffering, man, only to be destroyed by a nuke or to be taken out by one of these troops or to be carried off into a concentration camp. Like, so there's nothing really truly for you to look back to other than total, utter destruction. Verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so what exactly are you turning back to? This devil is being exposed on all sides. He's being exposed for who he truly is. And the only thing that's going to be left for him to do is to take up his blessing, take up that sword, man, and come down with great wrath. Because you got to remember what Esau himself said, going all the way back to the book of Genesis. The days of mourning my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. All right, this nigga still salty about that birthright that he sold. And look at what he's doing with the earth now. All right, if this was to continue, as the Lord said, no flesh would be saved. All right, so look at what Esau is doing with what he has now. Do you really truly think this man is fit to rule? You have to take these things into consideration. What exactly are you going to turn back to, man? All right, keep your eyes on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Keep your eyes single. Keep your eyes in your spirit. Keep it focused on these promises, man. That's all we really have here. Without the promise and hope and faith, without hope and faith in the promises that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have given us, man, we're through. I mean, we're through. We're through our Yahweh Shah anyway. But when all this starts to pop off, when all hell break loose, and we're cast from our homes and all things of that nature, all we have left is our hope and faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because even now in this moment, you can still somewhat do for yourself. But if you're not looking at it through the lenses of it's the Lord providing for you, it's the Lord making a way for you to still be alive and maintain, then hey man, you're finished. Because when all things pop off, you're not going to be looking towards Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're going to be trying to execute your own vengeance, execute your own will, try to save yourself. All right, and the scripture says, he that saveth his life shall lose it, but he that lose his life for my sake shall find it, shall save it. All right, so our faith is in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that he can get us out and deliver us. All right, because we're not looking back, man. What is there to look back to? Turn back to what? To being a slave the rest of your life, punching somebody else's clock? And let's say you do become your own boss, man. You still gonna catch hell. All right, I know a brother that run his own business now. And the brother would much rather just be focused on his ministry. That's all I'm going to say, man. Not going to throw him out there, but he know, man. I've seen it first and foremost just going to visit the brother, hell that he got to deal with, the bullshit and the customers that he got to deal with. And I pray for the brother, I do. But nonetheless, man, even if you out here and the Lord has blessed you to have your own, it's still going to come with trouble in the flesh. That's why it's best to stay locked into the spirit and understand what it is that you're a part of, as Elder Gabar always says. Like, because this devil is going to come down with great wrath. He's going to take everything in this kingdom because nothing truly belongs to you. Nothing belongs to you. You may have a house, you may have a car, none of it belongs to you, man. And when he knows his time is over with for real, that he ain't got nothing left to do but show his horns, he gonna start wilding out, man. But you're gonna have to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that he's gonna step in and uphold his promises. All right, he's not a man that he should lie. And the reason that we're in the position we're in now is because we fucked up. So the best thing to do is to ride this thing on out, stay obedient and faithful to the end, and you will be rewarded tremendously, even if that means giving up your life, man. All right, it's not like you were supposed to count the cost coming into this. All right, it's a harsh thing to hear, but it's beneficial to you, man. All right, it's beneficial towards your spirit. These are the things you're going to have to tap into to overcome what's to befall you. Because you may be thrown into a concentration camp. You may be thrown out of your house. You may go 2 or 3 days without eating due to the fact that you don't want to take this. All right, take this man's chip. All right, bow down to this man's system. So therefore, the effects that are going to come on you. All right, but in that's you making a statement that you're going to trust and lean on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And the Lord is going to step in and defend you and take care of you. All right, so I want to go to Luke 9 to close out. This is the book of Luke chapter 9, verse 62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So when you put your hand to this plow, man, you need to count the cost. You need to be prepared to go all the way. Because you're going to be judged that much more harshly for knowing the ways of the Lord and falling out, man. Because it was better that you had not even known. The Lord is very selective in who he gives his word to. And for you to be given this word, to be given this truth and pretty much turn back, it's like slapping the Lord in the face. It's like saying, F you, I'm going to go do my own thing, man. I don't need this. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to suffer this. But you're suffering this for righteousness' sake, man. It's a privilege to suffer in this thing. Yahushua suffered the way we suffer. Of course, his suffering was much harder because he's the head. All right, but nonetheless, Yahushua suffering, man. And if we suffer him, we should also be glorified with him. We'll be joint heirs with him, man. So be down, go through it. There's gonna be a reward tied to it at the end, man. And so like this, I'm not closing that after this. I got 2 points in the chat that I wanted to bring out. I said in 2 simple and short ways, explain how looking back is catastrophic for a believer who knows the end result is utter destruction, alluding to Luke 9 and 62. It says, 1, looking back divides the will. Luke 9 and 62 shows that once your hand is on the plow, looking back makes the road crooked. And we're supposed to be walking the straight gate. All right, we're being made straight. We're being made upright. All right, so when you plowing, man, you can't be looking back, because then you're not worried about what's in front of you. You're not worried about what the work that you have to do in order to keep going, in order to keep excelling, in order to make it to salvation. You're worried about what's going on around you. Like Peter, like Apostle Peter was walking towards Yahushua. He wasn't focused on Yahushua. Therefore, he began to drown. He began to be consumed by the water. All right, and it's not this straight gate, fire on one side and water on the other. Says, looking back makes the road crooked. A believer who knows the end is destruction, but still turns his gaze backward, is revealing a divided loyalty. And we understand the Lord wants our loyalty on him, man. You got to think about a man and his woman. A man wants his woman's all, man, her mind. He wants her undivided attention. Right? If she's worried about another dude or another situation, hey, man, that enrages that man, man. Especially if she's worried if she got another dude on her mind. Jealousy is the wrath of a man. All right, so you have to have your eyes single. You got to be focused on your Yahweh Shem Yahushua without divided loyalty, man. That weak shit pisses the Lord off, man. That's weak. Looking at everything else around you, not focused on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He is. All right, and he is the deliverer. Those are the names of the heaven. Those are the names of our power, man. He's able to save us out of any situation by way of Yahushua. All right, because he is the author, man. He's the creator. That's another name, another title for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the creator. All right, he created this reality. He set up kingdoms, man. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. It's the Lord that's sanctioning everything. So that's where your faith and fear has to be the most in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Therefore, your loyalty can't be divided, because you're only focused on aligning yourself with the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and pleasing him, man. Being obedient. It says division weakens obedience, and the Lord is looking for utter obedience, man. And that obedience is best shown through suffering. So we're going to have to suffer, but our suffering is not forever. Hell doesn't last forever. All right, our suffering has an expiration date. Just like Esau living in his glory has an expiration date. It's getting ready to be their time to suffer. All right, but their suffering is gonna once their suffering is complete, they're done with. All right, they're the only nation that's not gonna receive mercy, man. Number 2, it says, looking back reactivates what was already judged. If you know the outcome is destruction, longing for what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is leading you from is spiritual self-sabotage. It reopens attachment to what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has already condemned. Memory becomes temptation instead of testimony. All right, so you're gonna have to be obedient and finish all the way to the end, just like Yahushua did. And there's no excuse, because Yahushua was put in the same flesh that we're in. He felt the same things that we feel, man. Remember, so like Yahushua was sweating blood, man. He didn't want to go up on that cross, man. He didn't want to endure that, but he did it. He took it manfully and he did it. So there's no excuse for us, man. And we're gonna have to Endure to the end, man. Not cave into this flesh, because the flesh is hasty. When you're put into a troublesome situation, the flesh wants to make haste and get out of it, man. The flesh wants to react. I'm gonna have to be sober minded and understand what the will of the Lord is, as Elder Yashwamba said in his video. That's the title of his video. Being sober minded, understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. So when situations come up, come to you and you're put in a sticky situation, you're gonna have to remain calm, cool, and collected, and understand that the Lord is at work. Like Daniel in the lions den, was he not fed by the prophet Habakkuk? And Habakkuk didn't even know how to get to Babylon, but Daniel was fed. All right, you have to understand what the will of the Lord is. Your current situation is not your end result. All right. The Lord sits outside of time. He constantly stays in the present. So if he's in the present constantly, that means he already sees your latter end. And he's already there. So you don't be concerned about where you are currently right now. All right, keep following Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and stay the course. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, great millstone. Till next time, shalom.